Hey, today I wanted to talk about some thoughts I've been having recently. I've been thinking about how I got here and how I've been developing software for about 3 years now and doing game design in some form for like the last 14 years. I haven't worked a real job like a traditional 9 to 5 in about 3 years. I worked in a warehouse and I wasn't sure how I was going to make the jump from designing software in my free time for myself to making money from it. I didn't know how I was going to be able to quit and follow my passions. I mean, it's hard for someone like me without a college degree. Well, luckily, I guess, I didn't have to make that decision because it was made for me. You see, I'd been sick, and when I called into work, they told me not to come back. It was kind of shocking, obviously. I mean, no one wants to get fired. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little worried about what I was going to do next. But I found peace realizing that I'd been trying to find a way to make the jump for a while, and it was now or never. Everyone has to make money somehow. So I applied to a bunch of places, but unfortunately didn't hear anything back. But luckily, I had been doing some contract work for a guy 1 or 2 days a month, and when I told him I got fired, he was excited because now I could work on the software for him. He even gave me a raise. So I set off working on this automation software for him. Over 2.5 years later, that software's pretty much done. So the question now, again, is where do I go from here? Well, I've known for a while that I wanted to do something with YouTube. It's probably the greatest tool of human expression since the printing press. But the question is, how do you add content to a platform that already has so many great creators? How do you make something that somebody wants to watch? I guess the answer is to follow my passions. I mean, I love all things tech, I love programming, I love game design. I like tech reviews, but how do you add content to that crowded space when there are already so many creators that I know could do much better than me? I mean, let's be honest, this channel is never going to be another MKBHD.
Is this what you wanted?
Or Linus Tech Tips. I have a passion for design in general. I have an idea for a clothing line, a few different games, a few different apps, even a podcast. Focusing is hard when you have so many ideas in your head that you think could add good to the world. And I mean, isn't that what we all want anyway? Is to add good to the world, to maybe leave it a little better than when we came here? Or maybe I could do something with VR. I mean, modern VR is amazing. The games are great. You can literally create things in VR, which honestly is a little bit beta-ish at best right now, but in the future it's going to be a game changer, very clearly. This has gotten a little bit rambly, but that tends to be how I think recently. I think I might make this into a series of sorts. I know at the time of recording this, I literally have 0 subscribers, but that's not really surprising, seeing as the channel is only 4 days old. But growth takes time, so if you are watching this in the future, maybe leave a comment down below. And maybe consider subscribing if you want to see more content about game design or programming, or even stuff like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.